Hey guys, I downloaded this video clip from a website that was a Superior film scanner. It appeared to have some of the technology that I talked about in a previous Facebook video. So that was cool. And then I said to myself, well, it's scanning it, and I think it's scanning it with sound waves too, it said, or something. I don't know about the lasers, maybe not. And I think it does the tape head reading too, though, which is good, like I brought up. This website may not be out for you yet. So I took a preview. This isn't to make a note here. This isn't the highest quality preview available. This is just a preview that they provided because I didn't want to download like 10 gigabytes because I don't have fast internet anyways, just to edit something like this. So keep in mind that these aren't the correct values. These are just the values that I think would work, which is what I'll get to at the end. So I'll go through them here. This is what it actually looks like. This is the blue tone you're seeing here, which is actually what the silver film scan looked like. The line down the middle on one side is supposed to be HDR, but again, these files aren't that big because I didn't download, 10 gigabytes worth of a however many second file just to do it. But regardless, it takes on color differently still, even when I downloaded it and edited it into H.264. So on the left side is HDR and on the right side is normal. It looks, I don't know, just way too blue. So the first thing I did is I took it into Movavi and then I made it gold. And this is what you see here is the gold tone. And I said, well, that's, because the sunlight's gold, that's too gold. So then I blended the two down the middle and created this image here, which is a little bit still not saturated enough. So then I said, well, the next issue is that there's not enough green in the trees in the previous video. So I put green into it, as you can see here. And then it looks maybe a little too green, It's just too green, and the saturation's higher by a little bit, actually by a lot. And so I'm assuming with how well the scan is, if it was original, then it would take really well to these green saturation and to the higher saturation in general. But it's still not done because I said, well, that's too green. So then I came in one more time and I said to myself, well, what if we added in, we balance out the high, mid, and lows, and I'll show you that here in a second, but you can see it's much more balanced. Of course, on the left side here of the image, it's much more gold than the right side, and I guess that's due to some effect that happened to the film when they scanned it in HDR mode, and it's still happening now, even though it's, a compressed format to some extent. Of course, I would say the left side looks better, but the right side is still okay too. So that was what I did, and I also did one more thing, which I'll show to you in a moment. Here's the more balanced color, to try to kind of make a little less pixel blocking and a little less noise in the overall image, because I noticed that was happening. Overall, I would say that it seems to take to it rather well, like as in the actual sort of 3D data, as much of it as can be expected from, multiple like sort of emulsion layers, because film is more like the equivalency of anywhere from MPEG-4 or the more complex film these days. I would say at the most to MPEG-8. Probably usually they use MPEG-6 style form because it's just 4 layered like sort of depths based on color, dyes, and emulsion layers. I don't really think they go above that. That's why digital cameras have started to have a certain appeal more and more over time, because a lot of them are just 3D and even use LiDAR. A lot of them these days, the DJI Osmo Pocket, most of DJI's drones, they have an attachment for any camera now that's digital that can use LiDAR to enhance the images. So there's so much depth of field even to an MPEG camera when you do that. It's making it 3D. It's giving you all of that reference data and putting it right into the file through the interleave of, that little percentage of a missing frame that it's probably better. It's probably better, but there's just something so beautiful about film. And so that's why I edited this. Well, I guess thanks for watching.